Hold on. YouTube again. We've just lost like 30 minutes of a YouTube stream. Okay. All right. Now it's up on YouTube. That's some fucking bullshit, man. All right. Let me test the chat. D for D's. All right. It works. They didn't miss anything? What do you mean? Your president quit? Excuse you. It's not a president. It's a prime minister, motherfucker. Okay. And he didn't quit. He retired / resigned, which I guess is quitting. But in the professional world, that just means I did my job. Goodbye. Why are these all separate pieces? This defeats the purpose of the tool, which is using less pieces for more. How many 5090s do you think it takes to heat a driveway? That's a really good point. Doesn't Linus use a server to heat up his pool? Does it affect me in Alberta? I don't know. Just go back to kings and queens. Presidents and prime ministers are overrated. We have both. We do have both, actually. In theory. Although I don't know if, like, the king and queen one really matters all that much anymore. We trying to live on a private island? I'm okay. I don't want to live on a private island. You'll probably end up getting governed anyways. It doesn't matter. It'll probably be owned by something. Maybe if you had a rack of H100s, you could heat up a pool. I don't know what the fuck that is. What even is an H100? Now you're just speaking in tongues now. What's my to-do list for this? Final lighting pass, layout enemies, layout endpoint, layout weapons. It's a server grade GPU. Ah, I see. NVIDIA's AI GPUs. For making shitty LLMs. What's the checklist software I'm using? It's called Notion. Wait, hold on, I don't have my YouTube chat open. Oh, the last message was D by me. D. Oh my god, AI, I'm bat chesting so hard, dude. I am so fucking bat chesting. I am bat chesting up the wazoo. I am super bat chesting. Okay, what's next? Final lighting pass. Okay, well, yeah. I was thinking we add some decals in here, which apparently we are using a few. However, the opacity is set really low. We could probably up it a little bit, modify some of the colors, change some of the roughness values, check out the roughness thing, yeah. And pretty goog. Listen, we want some variance in these floors, okay? It's very important. The hell's a decal actor? Oh. Don't mind me. I'm a little bit of a doofus. We require more decal generator. Fuck. Sorry. What percentage of assets you game do you make / buy / get online for free? Free assets, probably very, very small amount, if not probably none. Marketplace assets, probably like, I don't know, fucking 80%. And then I modified a bunch of them to not look too much like ass, aka Cinti assets. Yep. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, shoot me. Did you hear about Kingsmaker? What your opinion as a game dev? What are your thoughts about the technology they made? It's cool. Which method did I use for lighting reflections on the floor? It's just a cube reflection, box reflection capture. That's about it, really. Nothing too crazy. What did they make? They made some cool tech. That being said, do you think they can use that tech to make an MMO? No. Probably not. No, probably not. I don't know who the janitor was here, but they did not do a good job of cleaning the place. I can't read. Am I the janitor? I guess. I guess I am, yeah, I suppose. It's me, Jeff, the janitor. No, not the shark from Marvel Rivals. Fuck that little piece of shit. I meant just Jeff. Just Jeff. Nothing else. Bingo going strong. Ah, fuck. I'm like giving you guys this shit on a silver platter. This is just bullshit. Do this to me. I'm a rat on Marvel Rivals. So you're saying you're Rocket Raccoon, and whenever you get attacked, you just fucking start going on all the walls. Dude, I'm sweating. Hold on, I'll be right back. Why am I sweating? Scarlet Witch? Oh, what? Once your MMI gets higher, your LT will end before she starts screaming chaos. Listen, man, I played in Diamond. You can pull it off. Some people in Diamond, I don't know what they're doing. I think their brain is like shut off or something. You can get it done. In Diamond, yeah, people in Diamond are not that good. They just think they're good because they're diamond. So like now they have a boosted ego. And that's what makes it so much fucking worse. Makes it so much worse, dude. Now, I've only seen Scarlet Witch like once or twice. But yeah. Like it's not a very common character. Or at least before season 1. I have no clue what the dealio is now in season 1. Because they did buff a bunch of characters, and I think Scarlet Witch was among that. I think Storm as well was among that, and I think Storm now is actually not bad. Am I working on the roof for the third person Suit for Hire? It's in there. But I'm not working on it currently. I'm just kind of filling in some little decals so that we have some different reflections. That's most of the reason as to why I do the decal stuff. See, like right here, the reflections are not very good. That's probably due to the reflection capture, which I don't think I have a button for. No button for reflection capture? That's not so good. Not a big fan of that. Probably because of reflections. Buy this for me? Web fishing cat plush. Why would I buy that for you? What do you mean? Why would I buy that? I did notice that though when I was looking at my my Steam thing. Why would you buy that? You know what? The better question is, why would you buy that? So this reflection capture has a problem. And honestly, I think one of the fixes could be moving the X to be more centered. Okay, but now we just moved the problem somewhere else. I don't understand reflection captures. This shit doesn't make any fucking sense. This shit does not make... This shit don't make any sense, man. What the fuck even is that, man? What are you capturing? What is that? What is... Eh? ¿Qué pasa? Huh? What is that? This shit fucking sucks. God, it looks like a fucking oil spill stain. It doesn't make any sense to me. The hell's the fix to this? I guess that's better, but it's still fucking ass, man. It looks like the sun. Is that the sun? No. Wait. No, that's not the sun. The hell? Dude, I don't... I'm gonna freak out. Freak out. I do not know what that is, but I am concerned. Now I moved it somewhere else. Oh, goodness. And now because I moved the wall, there's like a line there that looks really weird. You know what, man? I can't believe how expensive planar reflections are. You just gotta remember, man. You just gotta remember. I'm just gonna make it really rough there, but that's not even solving anything. You just have to. You know what? I think these floors are just too glossy. Now that I think about it, there's like almost black values. Whoa. Yeah, planar reflection is literally like you're rendering the scene a second time. So that's expensive. Because a planar reflection is basically like a second camera. It's basically a second camera. I don't know how to fix this problem. I know it is a problem. I don't know how to fix the problem. I don't know how to fix the problem. It's just one big fucking glossy piece of shit, and I don't know how to resolve the problem. I also think I forgot to pull the latest on this. Oopsies. Yeah, it is a bit glossy. Maybe a little too glossy. There you go. Did I make it worse? No. I can't tell what the fuck I'm doing. There's like an in-between value in here. Whatever. Let's just go with that. Alright, fuck it. You know, whatever, man. Why is it so bright? It's like a flashbang. Go play, go play. Well, you can play the game in early access. You can play. Hey, look, here's some gameplay. I'm working. Trying to get some work done. Is it the light? Oh. Yeah, it could be the light, huh? Do you die as easy as the AI? If you play on the hardest difficulty, yeah, basically. $12 candela. Specular scale 0.3. 0.3. 0.3. Does not cast shadows. We will now start casting the shadows. Why are these not casting shadows? Oh, I know what they're doing. It's like an ambient light. I get it. Yeah. Need the mega lights? No, all the lights are static. All the lights are static. Weren't we going to get a new gameplay video for 2025? Yes. At some point. Some point. I don't know when. Toggle that black back wall to black and see how it differs. They apparently all have different materials. I think the thing is this one has a door frame, so I'd have to modify the door frame. Damn it. Damn it, man. Damn it. Let's do black. It's a glossy black, but we can try it out. I'm gonna make this wall black just so I don't have to like deal with this one weird reflection. Just to fix this one reflection, we're gonna change the wall to black. Let's see. Okay, it does move the problem a little bit. It looks kind of cool. You know what? Fuck it, man. Fuck it. Little bit of latex. It's the latex wall. This shall be the latex wall. Yeah. Oh yeah. It gets real. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good idea. Could increase the roughness. Where is this used? Honestly, could probably increase it anyways. 0.3. It shall be 0.45. Yes. A little bit of français. I'll take it. That doesn't look too bad. I actually kind of like that idea. Should we perhaps do it over here as well? Please stop. You know what? I like it. And you know what? The trim actually works really well here. I will say the trim over here, not bad. Not bad. Quite nice, actually. It's the wall's not flush. Jay! Not even his fault, because I fucking changed everything. When you posted your game to Steam, did you get spam emails about promoting your game to curators? Yes, that's part of the job. Don't respond to any of those. They're either A, going to give you some bullshit, or C, just sell your key. I don't think there was a B, but just, yeah. In fact, they'll just probably do both of those. They'll give you a review that does not matter at all. They'll say, oh, but we got like 3,000 members. How about you 3,000 members my nuts? Idiot. Yeah, curators don't bother with those, in my opinion. In my opinion, don't even bother. Don't even bother. We'll just sell your key somewhere. That's how these indie games end up on Kinguin and Iniba for dirt cheap. Pretty sure some of those keys are just like straight up malicious as well. Like the way some of them are gotten. I like that. That shit was flush yesterday, just saying. Yeah, all right. Yeah, maybe it was me changing all the walls. And it was me changing all the walls, by the way. Just... Oh, shit. Bowls. I'm gonna make this shit real fucking flush. Oh, yeah. I wish I had tools in my tool system to make this way better. Oh, that would have been fantastic. You're better off giving your keys to like a YouTuber. You're better off just doing that. Good idea, by the way, IX, in terms of black. It might not 100% fix the reflection issue. However, it does add a nice fucking element to the level. And that's also very nice because the black kind of adds a nice contrast to the red door, which is where you would have to go forward anyways. So, yeah, cool. How many more areas do you have to make to be level complete, or are you freeballing? How many more areas do you have to make to be level complete? We're making a lot smaller levels nowadays, so this is the entire level from start to finish. We have stopped making the large-scale chapters that are essentially 3 levels in one. Instead, they're just like short form, point A to point B. Maybe there's a tiny little objective type of thing or whatever. That's kind of like what we're going for the most part now. We kept getting larger and larger levels, and it kept, like, the quality of levels were going in reverse. The players weren't liking them. So smaller scale levels is kind of like the thing we're going for instead. I got so many of those fucking emails. I don't get them anymore. I think all of them sent the email already. I don't get them as much anymore. Like those spam emails. It feels like fucking straight spam. I could probably show you guys those emails and you'd be like, what the fuck? Bite Me Games peeps on YouTube fell for that, and some dudes sold their keys on Kinguin. How do you fall for that? Unless they like were just testing it to see what would happen. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. I like that. How do you fall for that as a YouTuber? I feel like you would know like that it's a scam. Could have been the case they did make a video about it. Oh, so they're trying to get some content. Trying to get a bit of content. I guess. I think as I got older and got more into the game dev space, I just did not care for those like YouTube channels all that much anymore. I couldn't care for it. Man, why doesn't this is a tool I have to make. I have to make a tool that creates like a box around the object you're trying to scale. So then or whatever. So then that way I don't have to scale it from a pivot. Instead, I could just fucking move gizmos around. That then scales it. Oh, it's so annoying. I could easily just scale this in a different way. Do it. Editor utility widget. Click button, start scaling. Creates a blueprint on top that then scales the object based off of the scale or the vectors of the thing. Yeah, I could probably do it. Probably do it. I don't know about right now, but I could probably do it. Did you end up fixing the window frame shit shadows of the other level? Fixing window frame shit window frame. Yes, it looks a lot better. Did you pull the newest on Flipside? I did not. I did notice it was checked out though. I have to, Jay. Sidetrack time? No, I can't. Although it would be, I do think making a tool like that would be good. The sites I could show you with BSP, I've already tried to use BSP. BSP fucking sucks balls. You can't even tell me. I'm sure maybe you've figured out a workflow to make that shit work for your needs, but BSP is so annoying to use. And at the end of the day, we end up at the same result anyways, so. I hate fucking using BSP. BSP makes me want to tear my fucking hair out, man. I may have accidentally left it checked out. I did notice it was checked out. What's BSP? Brush system, brush something poop. You know, brush something poop. It's the fucking UE4 way of doing level design, even though it sucks fucking balls. It sucks big fucking balls, man. Let me see. Geometry. So you like put a box in, you know, and then you go into brush editing, and then you fucking like move shit around. And then like, oh, but you think, oh, but that's fucking cool, man. That you just leave it and you can like edit it. No, BSPs cost so much, and then you have to export it as a static mesh. It just sucks fucking balls using this shit. Fuck, it sucks balls. Pen tool. Create new geometry by drawing the vertices. Press space to place a vertex and enter to close the polygon. Oh, dude, let's fucking go, man. Huh? Press space. Press space. Press Press spacebar to place a vertex. Dude, hell yeah. Let's press spacebar. Press spacebar. Uh-huh. Press spacebar. Right. Yeah. Press spacebar? Man, fuck you, Unreal. Dude, I hate this. How do you fuck this up? There's so many DCCs that you could take inspiration from in terms of making controls, and you fuck all of this up? How do you do this? Spacebar in overhead mode. What is overhead mode? Overhead mode. What is overhead mode, man? Spacebar in overhead mode. Press spacebar in overhead mode. What is it? What is overhead mode? Spacebar. In top down. Press spacebar in overhead mode. Why? Why? It doesn't even say that. Draw on into an orthographic. Ah, it does. Okay, sorry guys, skill issue. Yeah, sorry, that's a case of skill issue. Alright, yeah, alright. Alright, yeah, that's a case of skill. That's fucking stupid. Why? Why can't I just do it in the viewport? Another limitation of the engine. I just don't like BSPs. Binary space partitioning. Why do they call it that? Anyways, I just have better tools. I'm not even full of myself. I just make better fucking tools than the shit Unreal makes. Sorry, it's true. It's true, man. I just make better fucking tools. Yeah. I just make better tools. It's a fact. Give me a bit of time. I'll come up with some giga tools for level design and environment art. Crim engine when? Yeah, I would love to do that, Cat. Make big things with a BSP and then use static measures for small objects. 100%. That would be my preferred workflow. But using a BSP and editing it and stuff like that, I don't like the workflow of it. About to spend a year making the best marketplace tools. I do think after this game is done, we're just gonna work on a marketplace asset. We're gonna pull a Prismatica. Why is this double-sided? The fuck shit balls. Why is this double-sided? Oh, it's to block the light. You know, crazy idea. We could just do that. You know, crazy fucking idea. I know it's kind of crazy, but we could just do that. And then make this a more optimized architectural wall that does not take up a lot of light map space. Although the annoying thing is when we convert this wall, it's at a different pivot, which fucking sucks. Damn it. We just have to create a BSP style editor that can scale with static measures with similar editing tools to BSP. I'll make that tool. Now that I know that Unreal's tools is literally just like blueprint actors or just like in editor fucking things, I can treat it like a video game, and then I'll just use a 3D vertex widgets. It'll be awesome. Geometry script. I do want to get into geometry script once I start using UE5 more. I think that'll be fucking sick. Yeah. Oh shit, what was this wall? Guys, I don't know what the material was. Probably that one. Watching people who know what they're doing make levels is like taking low-grade drugs. Okay, correction, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. All right. You gotta remember, I'm a newbie, and like all it is just you just fucking whip some shit together, and then over time you know you're getting faster at it and better at it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like One big thing is come up with tools. Come up with tools. If you can invest time into learning how to create your own tools and speed up the workflow, like this stuff, dude, it's like such a huge helper rather than like manually placing things. Manually placing things sucks. I could never go back to like traditional modular workflow without these tools. Seriously. I'd rip my fucking hair out. I remember when I was first starting the development of this, I was using just regular ass modular pieces and copy pasting them and whatever. Awful. What an awful workflow. It sucks. Like having a tool like this just makes things 10 times easier. One thing I would say is it would be nice if I had like a bake button. What I would see myself improving this tool is having a bake button, and it would bake it down to a normal static mesh, maybe combine the light maps, and then or do something of the sort, I guess. So then that way I can vertex paint on top of it. That's one of the limitations, is I can't vertex paint on top of an instanced mesh, which kind of fucking sucks. It makes sense, but it sucks. And then making it so when I hit the bake button, the editor version like this just gets set to hidden, and maybe it just doesn't bake with a packaged build. That way it's not destructive, and I can keep it for later. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Shit my pants, I did.
Crim engine. I'm thinking of calling the tools thing on Marketplace Crim Tools. I'm gonna call it Crim Tools. Own blockout toolbox while watching this stream. Hey, hell yeah. Dude, I think that shit's awesome. It's so fucking helpful. Already has a built-in create new static mesh from whatever dynamic mesh you're working with, EGS. Yeah, it sounds like I'm just gonna have to fucking just learn GS and come up with some juiced up tools with GS, because I could probably do some really good shit. I would lay the gauntlet of speed for level geometry for building a level over modular level designer any day of the week and twice on Sunday with a hangover. I think any BSP/CCSG tool designer would say the same, whether they're using UE4/4. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I love those tools, like those source style tools. I think they're fantastic. You could almost picture this as one of those tools. Slightly limiting because it's not like building a mesh. I can't go in here and like fucking pull this up or else this happens. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I love those tools too. I don't like using BSP. I do not like the way it fucking functions. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. Also, Marius, thank you for the Prime. I don't know why the notification didn't pop up. Why didn't the guys, why didn't the notification pop up? Weird. Reverse engineering the Lyra tools. I do have to look at Lyra because there's a bunch of geometry script stuff in there. So I think that could be a really good start for learning. Definitely. It popped up for us? Did it not play the sound? Did it play the sound? Did I just... I think you were reading YouTube chat? Sound and everything. I need to do a puzzle. My memory is fucked. My memory is so fucked. Dude, what's going on with me? I'm gonna go eat a vitamin, fucking multivitamin. I already ate 2. I think I need another one. Dude, this is... What's going on? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Did I use additive or subtractive workflows for BSP? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I just don't like the workflow of using a BSP, and then you have to turn it into a static mesh. And then it's kind of destructive to me. I prefer this because then I can edit it. It's still an instanced mesh. I'm sure there's some workflows for it. I just don't like it. I just don't like the way you drag shit around. Yeah. Isn't geometry scripting just BSP with another name? I wouldn't consider geometry scripting as BSP. Like, I guess it is. I guess it is. What's BSP? It is some shit, some brush shit poop. Binary shit poop, something, whatever it's called. You know how I can save a variable after a game on UE for like a new game plus, like a Boolean check for if they beat the game once and whether or not to unlock hard mode? So for what we do, Ray, we have two separate save files. We have the current save file they're in, like when they're playing the game and where they're at in the game, like checkpoint wise and stuff like that. And we have a persistent save. So the persistent save is permanent and never gets deleted, never gets wiped. You could keep it within a persistent save that never changes, and then you can have that new game plus in there, or whatever. In like 3 years, we're gonna get an editor that looks like Hammer, dude. There's so many people in UE that are like, or so many people in the community that's like, dude, I want Unreal Engine to be able to do everything. I want like Substance Painter to be inside of it and blah 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 and whatever. And I'm like, I don't want that. The engine's already fucking bloated as is. I don't want that. I just want like a low-key editor system. I don't want to be able to model and texture shit in Unreal. I don't want that. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Use separate software for separate purposes. And if you don't want to buy them, then fucking skill issue. You don't want to buy the fucking thing, then I'm sorry to say, skill issue. We focus on making everything modular. It's just so fucking ass. I've been using the grid build tool. Oh, the cube grid. Exporting, making it pretty in Blender. I don't know if that's a bad workflow or not, but it's what's working. It's just a very slow process. I would say level design and environment art is just it's a constant process of self-discovery and finding what works for you. There is no right or wrong necessarily. There is what works for you. Buying Substance Painter was one of my greatest investments. I always tell people that, and I got people in my YouTube comments that are like, I don't know if it's really worth $250. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay. All right, sure. I don't know. That shit's incredibly powerful. Would you say the biggest downside to UE is lack of tool/random overloaded features? The biggest downside to UE is you find a tool that seems really awesome, but then you use it and it's kind of a piece of shit, or the UX of using it, the user experience of using it feels like ass. And then you go online and then you find out, oh yeah, that tool was abandoned and they're not working on it anymore. So it's just a constant, like, you fucking swimming through shit that's like not being worked on anymore. And you're like, well, this could have been awesome, but they kind of just fucking dropped it like a baby. And now it fucking, you know. Why don't they just cut those out? Because people use them, even though they could be fucking improved. Maybe they're waiting until the community improves it. So I don't know, dude. Yeah. I can understand the utility of being able to do a little bit of everything in Engine for touch-ups and whatnot, but like level design tools should be integral to anything claiming to be a game engine. UE just doesn't have any. I would agree. I think as a game engine, there should be tools, at least in that regard, that kind of, like, everybody calls Valve's level design and environment art workflow outdated. That is baffling to me, that people are calling that shit outdated. It's like, oh, static mesh is better. No, it's not. Static mesh workflow for creating, at least for creating, like, what Kat is saying, at least for creating, like, the architectural pieces, like walls and floors and stuff like that. I don't understand why we can't just have proper tools that feel really good to use for that. Like, it's crazy. It's baffling. How are we? It's like fucking, dude, we got to a point where there's a Stockholm syndrome for this fucking workflow. It's so ass. Just like Paper ZD. Right, so they abandoned Paper 2D and then someone just started kind of adding on to it themselves with Paper ZD. The tools for creating a 2D level are just so fucking cool when I see some, like, other people's editors, and I guess Paper ZD as well. Like, when they just fucking drag shit and it That's fucking awesome. Why can't we have something a little bit like that in 3D space? Like, why can't we have little things like that that are somewhat similar to an extent? Because when you look at a modular workflow, it is just repetitive patterns. You're just doing the same thing over and over again. So we can definitely automate that and make it better. Like, I don't know. Kearns with his anti-static mesh rhetoric. There is always a good balance when it comes to things. You can't PR to Unreal repository? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure you can pull a request to Unreal repo. I swear I've seen pull requests before, unless it's like internal Epic devs. But yeah, I would say like I like some minimal stuff, like even if it's just like some basic things, just so you don't have to like software switch constantly. That's okay. But if it comes to the point where people want to cut out an entire piece of software, just because they want it all in engine and free and shit, I think they are in my opinion a virus to the conversation of like tooling and stuff like that. $65,535 times faster than additive. Subtractive is these 65,000 faster than additive. Can someone please tell me what is subtractive versus additive design or level design? I don't understand. I don't get it. I keep hearing these terminologies when people are talking about like Valve's workflow and stuff like that. I don't get it. What does it mean? I don't get what is the difference. Let me get a link. Okay. I do have level building PTSD. I think Unreal Engine, I've never even used Hammer, but I've seen people use Hammer and I'm like, that looks so much fucking nicer. Level design has been such a huge problem for me in Unreal, and I feel like part of that is because the tools are just fucking garbage to use. It's just constant, it feels like friction. It constantly feels like friction. All right. Final lighting pass. I'm gonna say yeah. Well, kind of. Not really, but kinda. Procedural algorithms instead. I would love to mix some procedural stuff. For sure. Official link? Are you guys trying to link things in YouTube and I just don't see it? Are you guys linking things in YouTube? Because I do not see them. Block links. No, I have that turned off. Yeah, I don't see the links on YouTube. That's very weird. I don't know how to change that. Channel level settings. No, nothing in there. Community moderation, moderation activity. Community moderation. Defaults? Yeah, I don't have any blocked links. I don't know. Weird. Okay, because I have a feeling both of you guys try to post links. Dropped on Twitch. Okay, let's see here. Wave function collapse. Like, I wouldn't replace my entire workflow with I wouldn't replace my entire workflow with procedural stuff. It would be just mixed in to kind of solve some issues of time. See, look, previously geometry brushes were used as the primary building block in level design. However, that role has been passed on to static meshes and in-engine modeling tools, which are far more efficient. Oh, stupid motherfuckers. However, geometry brushes can still be helpful in the early stages of a product for rapid blah, 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 blah. We're so bogged down by like, oh, dude, we need giga geometry. So it's like, yeah, okay, obviously they'd move away from geometry brushes or the Valve workflow because we just need a shit ton of fucking geo on everything, I guess. Where does it say what additive is versus fucking thing? Where is that? I was just asking, what is additive versus subtractive? I just want a 2 fucking letter. I just want a 2-sentence fucking thing. What is subtractive? What is additive? That's it. Like, is there no? There's a video apparently. Okay, where's the video? Where is the video? Oh, additive. Additive brushes are solid, filled-in spaces. The additive brush is the type you use for any brush geometry you wish to add to the level. A good way to visualize an additive brush is to imagine 4 walls, the floors, and the ceiling of a room. Be a separate box like additive brush in your map with corners matching up to form an enclosed space. Okay. Subtractive is a hollow carved out space, the type of brush you'd use to remove solid space to create doors, windows, and so on from previously created additive brushes. That's not it. It's literally like both of these are just used in conjunction. You use both of these. Like you literally use both anyways. Like I don't think there is a either or. It's both. But might be worth clearing up what you mean by static meshes, as I would count anything that isn't a skeleton. I would look at static mesh workflow would be what I'm doing here, albeit with the caveat that we are using this tool. I would see it as basically this. You got your piece, right? And you are like taking a static mesh that you exported out of a DCC or whatever, and you're using this to create your walls and stuff like that. I would look at BSP or whatever workflow as you are just dragging in fresh geometry. I guess if we look at a box, for example, instead of doing this shit where we did that, we're instead just dragging that shit out ourselves, which then means that we can maybe add our own details and stuff to it. Why one over the other? I prefer this workflow better because it means I don't have to keep going back and forth. So the problem is, let's say, okay, all of a sudden, I want a corner piece that has something specific to it. Well, now I have to go into my DCC and I have to create a new piece specifically for that purpose. Whereas instead with like a geometry tool built into the engine, something very basic, I could then just create something that has maybe a slight bevel on it. I think it just reduces the software switching, and then the whole process of import, export, all that kind of bullshit is just kind of like annoying. It just adds so much friction just to getting something done. I would say that's a modular kit workflow. I guess modular mesh workflow. Because technically a BSP is not a static mesh. You guys have to know that if you leave a BSP in your scene and package with that BSP, it's not going to be a static mesh. It's a BSP, and it eats way more performance, at least in the case of UE4. I don't know what it is the case of Geometry Script or whatever in UE5. I'm sure it's probably a little different. I'm pretty sure with Cube Grid, it like on the fly creates the static meshes. You can convert BSP to static. Right. But then after that, you now lost your BSP, unless you maybe move it to a separate level or something like that. Is against switching software but doesn't want engine bloat. I think when it's in the case of like simple architectural geometry that I feel like I just want basic shit in Unreal. I don't want to the point where I'm modeling a gun in Unreal. Like I don't want that. I'll go to my modeling software. I just want to reduce some of the software switching. There's people that want literally the entire suite within the engine. I don't want that. I just want like Valve level, just fucking being able to just drag some walls around and shit. By the way, let me build lighting real quick. Pretty. Is BSP going to make it difficult to leverage instancing? See, that's another thing, right? Is BSP, I guess, the way it's done is it does kind of, at least from what I've seen, it'll just clutter your fucking content browser with a bunch of like specific shit. So I understand the pros and cons of both. Feels like you're saying to not use the static mesh component altogether when you say that. No, that's not what I mean. Listen, guys, you guys fucking know what I mean, okay? Don't fucking start nitpicking my words. I think UE5 fixes most of your issues. I think there's some cool tools in UE5 for sure, and I just have to use it more. Yeah. I think it's just a combination. It's not one or the other necessarily. It's a combination of the two methods. That's why I made this tool, which kind of like emulates a form of that kind of level editing workflow where it's I treat these as vertices. The only problem is like I don't really have too much control over this. If let's say I wanted this, instead of this being like square, let's say I wanted this shit to like be cool and go like up like this, right? Kind of like slanted or something. Or let's say I wanted it to be slanted here, or maybe I want like a bevel here. I can't really do that with my workflow. I'd have to like create a different thing for that. You know what I mean? Like that kind of sucks. I would imagine that based on customer feedback from bigger studios, geometry brushes were not in favor. I guess. I suppose. Like UE5 at least is a step forward. Like they did some stuff for sure. I'm not going to ignore that whatsoever. You know, there's some cool stuff. I think it's just maybe the user experience of using some of them, like Cube Grid. Just to extrude, you have to push a button. Why do I have to push Q and E or whatever the fucking button was when I was testing it just to extrude out of a cube grid? I think there is a gizmo, but the gizmo's kind of weird last I used it. Now, albeit that was in UE 5.0 or UE 5.1, but it's just so easy to open Hammer Source 1 or Source 2 and just build something really quickly. That's what I've seen. Why can't we have something similar in Unreal where I don't have to like open up Blender and then keep exporting a bunch of fucking pieces and then import them and then fucking... It's just... The process sucks balls. If you've done it, I'm sure like... Yeah. Yeah. Module workflow saves you doing new meshes each time, so it's cheaper on artist work and also better for memory as the logic, I guess. I guess, suppose. I guess. At the end of the day, I'm just going to try to figure out tools that works for me. That's it. If I can figure out a geometry scripting thing where I can do that idea of beveling this edge, that'd be fucking sick. That'd be super sick. And then in cases where it's like simple walls like this, where I know it's like an instance mesh that I could use, okay, I'll just use the same static mesh. And then we save on memory. Oh, I don't know. Depending on the size of the geometry brushes, occlusion might not work as well also. Yeah, it depends on how big you do it. which is where you probably want to use multiple pieces and not just an entire piece filling an entire space. You probably want multiple pieces for sure. For sure. Also, occlusion just doesn't fucking work well in UE5. GPU occlusion, I don't know what it is. I think it's GPU occlusion or something. Jeez, that shit's ass. And I showed it off on stream, the problem with it. It's so fucking garbage. The fact that it's like one frame behind. Also, doesn't nav meshing have problems with anything other than static meshes with simple collision? I think so. It might. Probably. Go to Bluetooth. BSPs for whiteboxing, nothing more, never for final work, guys. I can't tell if that's... Like, we can make BSP more than just whiteboxing. Not everyone needs to have fucking crazy geometry for their, like, architectural walls and stuff like that. By the time you release your next game, Tim will have fixed everything. Yeah, just like how I'm sure he'll fix Fab. I'm sure he's gonna fix Fab, right, guys? He didn't. He and his C-suite who chose to release this shit early definitely did not tarnish the name of the Unreal Marketplace. I'm sure it's all gonna go well, right, guys? What a fuck up. Not Tim, but like whoever's decision was to release that shit early, and whatever decisions they made for the what a fucking blunder, man. What a blunder. I'm still so disappointed about that. And I think the biggest thing about the whole Fab fuck up is it's not Fab itself. It's like seeing that and then knowing that the engine you use on a day-to-day basis is being directed by the same C-suite. What does that say about Unreal Engine? You know what I mean? Like, what is the future like? May have been a contractual obligation. Still, though, man, like, what a huge fuck up. Even with a contract, like, they had how many years to work on it? They have how many fucking other marketplaces that they could, you know, read from and know what should their, like, that's, I don't know, dude. This video articulates the utility of brush-based workflows quite well. Oh, it's Joe. Yeah. I think the point is to make it really fast. When the Black Friday sale came out, I missed out on my dude, I didn't even bother. It's so shit to just navigate the Fab marketplace that I can't even be bothered to. I can't even be bothered to look or even like I can't even be bothered. I posted this on YouTube trying here instead. Yeah, YouTube for some reason it can't fucking post links. I don't know why. I gotta fix that. Right. So this is all using geometry script. Yeah, geometry script. Very cool. There's so much potential. I'm really glad that they actually at least put geometry scripting into UE5 because there's so much potential to do some really cool shit. Cool. You know it's bad when you don't even want to shop on it? Like, dude, it's a digital marketplace. And the fact that I don't even want to fucking shop on a digital marketplace, which already is supposed to ease the process of shopping, is crazy. Is geometry script like geometry nodes for Blender? I don't like. I guess it's kind of like it a little bit. Yeah, you're modeling with blueprints, so I guess. The digital storefront doesn't seem too comical compared to some of the stuff Epic does. I think they need to get a web dev department. I think that's what they need. They need to like just get a department for web dev and just that or something, because I don't know how they do it. They fuck up web based stuff so much. I don't know what it is about web things for Epic. They just can't do it. At the very least, they don't automatically clear the basket. Yeah, I've been using my cart as a wish list, but like, imagine once I want to buy something, what happens then? Very cool, man. Yeah, there's so much cool shit we could do here. Yeah, this is a simple editor utility widget. Like, even I could do this. I don't really see the value. Like, the only value behind having a tool like this is you can select a shit ton of assets and then do these operations on them, which I've done for some cases. This just has more buttons, I guess. That's cool. Did they say if they were going to restore people's wish lists? Who fucking knows? They have that data still of people's wish lists. They still have that data. Yeah. Can't they just restore the marketplace? They're not going to do that, bro. They got all their eggs in one basket now. And they're going to move ArtStation to it too. Oh god, it's going to suck so much balls. This is why I need to learn C++, so I can be more, I guess, independent. I think that's my next step as a game developer. I need to figure out ways of being a little bit more independent. I have all these other skills, I guess. If you could call it that. Didn't I just build lighting and there's still 44 unbuilt objects? I swear I built lighting. I swear I built lighting. What the hell happened? What did I change? I only did a snow cover generator from a tool with geometry script. I should use it more, I think. Geometry script could be like a very integral tool for your like entire workflow. Like just by looking at the stuff they did for Lyra, I'm like, dude, that's fucking awesome, dude. Hell yeah. Why can't it exist next to Fab like Sketchfab? I don't know, man. I think their ultimate tool is to combine all their marketplaces into one place. Which I think is a bad idea because they clearly did not know their space very well, because like 90% of the shit on Sketchfab sucks balls. You can't even tell me otherwise. I'd say even 99% of the shit on Sketchfab is just garbage. It's like a new guy that just opened up Blender for the first time and published some shit on it. It's disgustingly bad. I'll give them some leeway. I worked on legacy monolithic databases and application before, and it's not fun. They could have at least added a new system in then for a wish list system then. Like, okay, sure. Okay, you wiped the old wish lists. Okay, at least give us a new system. How many months has it been since Fab release? And then they gave us a fucking like, and then they said, oh, they even searching in Fab's awful. Like you have to go to Google to search shit up, and Google's ass. Google's ass now. How the fuck? I'm sure there's a lot of complications. I'm not gonna take that away from them, but dude, let me turn off the gameplay on the screen. You guys are probably like ADHD'd out of your mind. Enterprise software is never as simple as people imagine to me, especially when you're working with close to a decade-old code. No, I get it, but at the same time, it's 2025. It's 2025. It's at a different level now. It's not like 2003. You know what I mean? You have all of these competing marketplaces that have these features that are basically seen as basic. That's why I think the Epic Store was bound to fucking die. Date doesn't change anything? It kind of does, because you have all these competitors, and also your previous, like, they should have left Unreal Engine Marketplace where it was, and then start transferring things to Fab, and then open it up slowly, rather than just pulling the fucking plug on one thing that was working just fine, and then just fucking... Yeah. You're saying you don't want a free asset with 200 million triangles for a potted plant? I don't really buy free assets, so... The only thing I don't like about it is that it clutters my fucking search results. So it becomes more difficult for me to find the actual things that have value to them. I think the date does change things, in my opinion, because there's so many standards now. If you don't reach that standard, you might as well just not even fucking do it at all, in my opinion. Especially considering you had some of those standardized features in your previous storefront, and instead of just kind of like gradually making the change, you instead just like say, hey, fuck you, we're moving this all to this instead. Maybe there was some legalities involved. I don't fucking know. It could have been approached way fucking better. I think the fact of the matter is, it's shit. It's shit. It's really shit. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it is very challenging to do that stuff. I'm not taking that away at all. You know what I mean? I'm not minusing that whatsoever. I'm sure it's challenging, but it's kind of laughable when you have like a multi-billion-dollar company that, I don't know. I think that's the funny thing. Refinement. I'm sure they're going to refine it. Well, maybe. I actually don't know that. That's another thing. Epic has a very bad reputation of just kind of just saying they're going to do things, and then they don't do it. Or they have a roadmap, and it takes forever. As an Unreal Engine Marketplace creator, and then talking to other creators, the future of Fab is very bleak because they're like fucking slow as balls to get anything done. So honestly, at this point, it's just like, just prove me wrong, please. Just prove me wrong. I don't want it to be the way it is. I like, just prove me wrong, basically. Oh, I forgot to remove this coffee machine. We don't want that here. We don't want that here. Doesn't make sense there. Yeah. The Unreal Marketplace, it fucking took forever just to get anything in there. Like, it's crazy. So like looking at Fab, I don't know. I don't know if I'd say I'm hopeful because I just don't. I don't know. I guess my expectation is very low of it now. I was expecting Fab to be better, and it's just missing like so many things. This search sucks and everything. I think a red stripe on the wall originating from those red pipes might look sharp. The thing is, I don't know why we have pipes here, because if we're thinking of this as like this fancy office, I don't think pipes would just be in this kind of open space. At this point, the Epic Store should be a competitor to Steam. Okay, another great point that you bring up, Delight. Epic Game Store has been out for how many years now? How long has the Epic Store been out? Like, that's another great point, which is why I am not fucking hopeful of Fab. 6 years, crazy. Players hate that. Don't get me wrong. Steam has a chokehold on the PC, the PC marketplace. It has a fucking chokehold on it. I will agree that they have a monopoly, but it's because it's for good reason. To be completely honest, for good reason. Like I don't. There's a very good reason as to why it has that chokehold on the PC marketplace. Fab made assets much harder to find. It was awful. The few times that I was trying to find things specific that I needed, it was like it was horrible just trying to find shit. See, Steam is OP. Steam is very fucking powerful. Steam is very fucking powerful. They are giga powerful. They like I said, they have a chokehold on the PC marketplace. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But also, it's important to note, Steam has, even though Steam has the chokehold on it, they do not stop working on stuff. So there's a reason why Steam has the chokehold on the marketplace, or on the PC store market front, because even though they have like a chokehold on it, they have just not. They have like relentlessly just continued improving the fuck out of it. I have zero experience. I'm an architect, but I love messing around with UE. I wanted to start making a demo, but I'm completely overwhelmed. So far, I have a floor and 4 walls. I would say, shit. As an architect, so you're probably looking at it from an ArchViz standpoint. What could be some advice I could give in that front to start? I would say just, I guess, keep working in that direction. Add more floors, add more walls, kind of just start like doing stuff like that. There must be some assets that are ArchViz related, like that you can then start branching out and maybe be like, okay, well, now I want to add door frames, and then you're kind of getting more advanced with it. In terms of like Unreal's gizmos and tools and stuff like that, right? That's like the biggest advice I can give is just keep using it. Just keep messing around with stuff. You could maybe just have a reference on hand of maybe like a piece or like a room or building that you want to try to make, and then try to, I guess, follow that reference and try to recreate it. So then that way you're kind of just getting your foot in the door, right? In terms of ArchViz and whatnot. I'm going to put this in front of the door, so that way the player knows you can't go into it. I'm assuming because of the architect background, you're kind of more so looking at just designing spaces, right? Rather than like making them functional, I guess. They're almost stagnant, except SteamOS. Dude, hell no. They're not stagnant. Steam is constantly releasing updates for their SDK. Steam recently released like a replay editor thing that like can record your fucking thing, and then and then developers can put buttons into their game to like look back at that replay and stuff like that. Like they are constantly just adding crazy shit to their SDK, to their website. The fact that they've basically brought back fucking demos is also crazy. Like demos are basically a thing again because of the Next Fests. Like without Steam, like what has Epic done? Let's be honest. From a web or Epic Store related front, what have they really done? Nothing. There's no like innovation at all. They've removed like reviews. they don't innovate. Free games, yeah. Who gives a shit? That's like, man, here's some candy. Here's some fucking candy. Like no one cares. Like I'm sorry. Like it's ass. It's disappointing. It's so disappointing. Something that can be so powerful because they have the money to do so, and they can't even fucking do it. There's no innovation. There's nothing, like not even innovation. Like I don't know. Steam is not. I would argue that Steam is not stagnant. They are constantly like trying to push improvements. Does Steam have more money than Epic Games? They definitely have. They definitely probably make more consistent revenue. I would not doubt Steam probably makes way more consistent revenue. It's like that whole thing with the fact that they're opening up SteamOS to other platforms that are technically competitors to Steam Deck. The thing that's crazy is if someone uses SteamOS, someone's smoking weed nearby. I can fucking smell it, dude. That shit's rank. If someone uses SteamOS, they're probably using Steam, which means that's fucking good for them because they'll just buy games on Steam. It's a fucking win for... Dude, Valve is giga fucking powerful. They're so fucking powerful. Epic forces me to launch their crappy launcher every week to get a free game I'll never play. Yeah, it's fucking... I don't know, it's fucking... There's so much potential and it's just so shit. It's just sad. To be fair, I think this is a problem on all storefronts, albeit I've never used GOG. Apparently a lot of people kind of look up to, I think, GOG. All the other storefronts also suck. They have shitty fucking launchers that just suck ass, have a horrible user experience. They're just so shit. Uplay or Ubisoft Play or whatever it's fucking called. Blizzard app, all this shit is fucking garbage. It's just, they're slow. They force you to like re-log in. They force you to update their shit. Ugh. GOG is another launcher shoved down our throats. Listen, if you make a good launcher, I think people will use it. But so far, I think they're all shit. Except for Steam. Steam is just lightweight. It fucking works. Shit just opens. Shit just opens. You know what I mean? I click on this. It opens. Hold on. Let me open up my Epic Games. I just don't want to show my... Okay. Make sure I don't. I click the store button. Okay, it's a black screen. Okay. All right. Well, okay. Everything's taking forever to load. Probably because of cache. Okay, click on that. But there's no, like, reviews. Like, where are reviews? Where's reviews? Maybe it's just because we're so used to the Steam flow of purchasing a game or something. But what's the reviews of this? I don't have one, so I don't know what I'm getting into at all. Like I don't know what I'm getting into with buying a game. So now instead of me like being able to get a general idea of what a game is like, I have to now go to the internet. Like I think they have a great structure. I like the structure to an extent. I don't like sticky sidebars like this. I'm going to be honest. I actually kind of find sticky sidebars somewhat infuriating. Does Steam do sticky sidebars as well? No, I think something I learned with web is I hate sticky sidebars. This is like annoying to have on the side for me personally. Maybe it's like a really like just a like I don't know, just a me thing. There's stars out of 5 just below the title and the last title. Let's see. Where? Epic player ratings. Captured from players in the Epic Games ecosystem. IGN, PC Gamer. So see all reviews now brings me to Open Critic. It's just a number, just like how Fab is. It's just a number. So I can't actually see. It's literally favored to like not tell you the truth about the thing and to make it fluffed more than it is. That's how I see it. It's not to give you the truth of how a product actually is. It's to kind of just see. Tankhead. Does Tankhead have a review? 3.7. Okay, all right. This is a bit more honest, but what is the problem with it? Why is it a 3.7? I would love to know why is it a 3.7? That's so stupid. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some really stupid reviews on Steam reviews as well, but like it's still a very beneficial thing to have to know where those numbers are coming from and whatnot. I remember my brother bought me Cyberpunk 2077 and it was a physical copy with a cardboard disc with a key for GOG and I was sad. It was just a key for GOG. Yeah, buying physical is not as like exciting as it used to be. Yeah, Steam was the first. But even then, even though Steam was the first to kind of come up with that idea, um they still constantly try to push to improve their platform for both developers and consumers. You know, they always try to push to find a nice middle ground between the two. Yeah. And I get it. People have huge libraries. They don't want to move launchers to something else. I get it. It's annoying. Like I agree too. It is really annoying. Um Sorry. Something got like in my throat or something. Yeah, that's nice. The thing that they did so devs can report like off-topic activity, usually considered like review bombing and whatnot. Okay, let's make a sub-level for this. You do sound like you like Valve a lot. It I just lean towards Valve a lot more. I'm not one of those devs that thinks 30%, that fucking it sucks, but I get it. I get it. Like I get it a lot. I don't have to deal with I put the game I put the game, I upload the fucking game, I set the thing to that, it does everything for me. I don't have to deal with any fucking sales representative or whatever. I deal with bugs, but that's all all connected to my game, my product. That's it. I don't have to deal with fucking all of this other shit. It is insane the things Steam offers to you. Does Steam let you report reviews where someone played 5 minutes, refunded, and gave a negative review? I don't think so, unless the review is in accordance to like review bombing. I don't think you can just report a review just because they didn't play that much. Okay, so now we have a sub level. We can start placing our enemies in here. Handling the sales tax is huge. Yeah, that as well. Very, like, there's so many things that it just lets you work on your game. Really, it just lets you work on your game. Honestly. Let's do a moving train level 2. We were gonna do that at some point, Twitch dude, and we scoped that shit out, and thank goodness we did. Fuck that. Shit sucks. Personally think the 30% thing is somewhat exorbitant, especially considering it's a brick and mortar retail standard for physical products, but at least with Steam, you do get a lot for it. I think the amount you get out of Steam, here's the test. If you think 30% is a lot, okay, start your own storefront and sell your game on it. And you'll quickly see, oh, hey, this shit sucks. Or go to another storefront. You can go to multiple storefronts, but all of them have a certain percentage that they're taking from it for a reason. It's not like, oh, okay, Steam has all this stuff, let's lower the percentage. Like, they don't have to do that. They know their footing in the space and stuff like that. Is your game on Epic Games Store too? It is not. I'm pretty sure I applied for it. No, actually, I think I can put it on the Epic Games Store now. I think I remember I was on the developer page. I just I didn't get around to it. I'll probably do it for like 1.0 or something. Steam also provides a lot of stuff. They do. They provide a lot. They provide a lot. Yeah, I'm not of the opinion that, like, yeah, 30% can be quite a bit, especially when you start doing the numbers. But the amount of work they kind of just put off your table, like put off your plate, and they kind of handle it is really nice. I just work on my game. Let's put it on Xbox and PlayStation 2 just for laughs. I have 2 Xbox dev kits that I'm going to be using to do Xbox. I have no clue if PlayStation's going to happen though. I think it'll probably just be Xbox for Suit for Hire. I would like if Steam, yeah, I think everyone would like it if Steam lowered the percentage. But if that came at a cost of quality for the platform, I think everyone would love to make more money. Don't get me wrong. I think everyone would love that. But I understand why it's at that number. I get it. You can negotiate with Steam to lower the cut if you sell a lot of copies, and that's usually like a lot of copies. I'm pretty sure. Like you get upwards like, I think it's like something crazy. Like you have to make a lot to negotiate to lower the percentage. I don't know if that number is public. Is that number public? Steam lower percentage split. Okay, it's bringing up a bunch of natural bodybuilding shit. Okay, hold on. Steam Valve lower percentage split. Okay, here's the AI overview on Google. I don't know. I don't know if I trust that. Here's The Verge. The first 10 million is 30%. All sales between 10 million and 50 million is 25%. Every sale after the initial 50 million, Steam will take just a 20% cut. Yeah. Yeah, it's for big devs. It is for big devs. But I also would argue that any dev can get to that point if you make a good game. Like, I think you could probably get to that point if you make a good or great game, sorry, I would argue. And I wonder if that's I wonder if that's gross revenue. If it's gross revenue and it's not like taking into account Steam's cut that they do, that's great. Like if it's 15 million gross revenue without Steam cut and everything, like that makes it a little bit easier as well to get to that threshold. But who knows? I don't know if that's the case. Great, 5 push-ups. I did 6. Lost count. I did 6. That's going to cost you 2,000 points. It's kind of a reward for you succeeding, but then it feels like rich get richer type of thing at the same time. Yeah, but it makes sense. Is that per game or lifetime? I want to say, based on what The Verge was saying, that sounds like per game. With the change in its distribution agreement giving developers more money as the number of unit sales increases. Normally, Valve takes around 30% of all games on Steam, with some exceptions for games from smaller developers in its Steam Direct program. Steam Direct? Oh, Steam Direct. Okay. It does. I don't know if it's It does sound like it's all games. It does kind of sound like all games. It does kind of sound like all games. What did they say? The Steam distribution agreement? Is that public? I have a feeling it might not be public. Is it public? Is this public? Let me see if I can go in incognito. Oh no, there's no, I don't think it's public. Sales and marketing. Guys, finance, reporting and payments. No, that's not it. Here, 30%. Nope, that's not it. Nope. Nope. Oh, okay. I think this is public. Pretty sure this section at least is. What apps are eligible for accruing additional revenue share? Additional revenue share is accrued towards any game app or application app on Steam. To check your app type, navigate to the end. Under the technical tools, filling in your specific app ID. Remember when Epic got sued? Valve responded with that new pricing after some kind of email leak. Dude, stop redeeming 5 push-ups. Yeah, I guess it's a case of like just contact Steam and maybe they'd like be able to negotiate something, I guess. I heard from a developer in one of Thomas Brush's podcasts that if you have multiple successful releases, you can call Steam and have your game pop up on the Steam page. I'm sure you could probably do that. You just, you just have to have a good reputation, right? I think that's really what it comes down to. They're not just going to give everything to random people. They're not going to give it to me. I'm just some random fucking guy. You know what I mean? I'm just some random fucking guy, Okay, how long have you been streaming? Because I can't do too long of a stream today. I'm gonna be honest. I got a bunch of contract work. I'm fucking hungry. I'm fucking hungry, man. Um, let's start laying out some enemies. Start laying out some enemies. This we probably want it to be a door, but we'll do that later. Eat that one bacon. I'm so fucking hungry, guys. I'm so hungry. Let me actually look at this one. Guys. Guys, why the door so small? Guys, why is the door so small? Okay, well, we got some changes we need to make. Maybe we need a different door frame. This door frame fucking sucks. Door frame fucking sucks, man. Whatever, we got 2 different hinges for our doors. Who cares? Windows is cooked. That feeling when I have to use Windows, because I bet you SteamOS probably won't be something for developers. I wonder if you could make a game that's like a charity. All sale proceeds go to St. Jude's or something. I have no clue if there would be like a built-in way of doing that. I would probably doubt there'd be a built-in way of doing that. It's another one of those songs with a fully fledged story time inside.
Damn it, these fucking story songs.
Yeah, we need a new wall frame. This shit's ass. Who the fuck? Shit's too small. Guys, it would appear my wall is not closed off. That was kind of weird. I don't know what that was. That was a little concerning. A little concerned for my health. What the fuck even is this? Oh, there's a bit of clipping going on.
Fuck.
Yeah, that is a bit problematic, eh? Well, There should be a scale in here. Yeah. Yeah, there should be a scale in there. Um, I have an idea. We make the door smaller. Yeah. 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 I love that idea. It's a fantastic idea, me. Yeah, I know. Thanks. This is scaled down. Oh, fuck. Again, another problem where we should create a different wall piece. um, but like, look at this as well. Here's another use case of something that could be a tool similar to that scale tool that I was thinking about. Let's say you have something scaled down, or you want to scale it up. But from a specific pivot point. You know, kind of Blender style, you know what I mean? If I set the scale to 1, it's going to work off the pivot point. But imagine if you could scale it from like a specific, like you can do this manually, but it's not perfect, right? So I don't know if that's actually the center. And we can get close to 1, but it's not going to be exact. Imagine you could like set the scale through a different editor utility widget that works off of a specified pivot that you put on the object, and it just works off of its bounds. Can you imagine that? That'd be fucking awesome. Good? 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 Anyways, we live in a fucking fairy tale. That's never gonna happen. I am gonna make that tool though. I will make that tool. We need less servers in here. There's a lot of servers. We can make do with less servers. Why would you want to make them a dedicated window with the same property drawer? Well, because I don't know how I would do that. I wish I could make it a part of it, but I'd have to edit the source code, and I ain't about that life, okay? I ain't about that life. Cool, so let me make sure that these are just gameplay elements. Good. Okay. Starting off strong. Okay, so then from here, I think I have a collection for this. Gameplay assets. Why does he look so small in this scene? He looks so tiny. Why does he look so small? All right. Let's get an elite in here. Why not? Fuck it. There's no nav mesh in here. Okay, remind me to do that. Let's delete that chair. Ugh. Do not go in the ground. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies, 5, 6. Let's get a 7th enemy in here for a clean suit. I like to approach that design because that seems to be the best way of rewarding the player, is by looking at it from the standpoint of if they were to try to work towards getting 7 kills. And I think that's been a pretty successful structure so far, I think. It won't load because it's a separate sublevel, and my testing system does not work very well within the level itself. I should really fix that. You know, that'd be a good idea. So for me to test this, I'd have to go to the fucking main menu.
All right, fine.
First time I actually click on loading this level. I'm in the ground. All right. I'm not in the ground anymore. Okay, he's not following his navigation path. I know why he's not. Because the nav mesh bounds is in the wrong level. Okay, go back. This should be a part of the persistent level. I don't know if it is. I'm going to assume yes. Okay, back to the main menu. There we go. Hey! It's like nothing ever happened. Alright, and then we just fucking go in here. Alright, cool. Good start. Attempt in third person. Kick this guy. He dies. Is that all the enemies? I feel like 7 enemies in this room is not enough. But I guess it's a good intro. I wouldn't mind another 2 enemies, but then we are breaking the 7 enemy structure. I guess in theory you can go into the next room. I guess you could go into the next room and continue the streak from there. So I think we can fit 2 more enemies in here. I'm thinking melee enemies though. So, or let's do 1 merc. Staring at an ad or some. And then let's do 1 more grunt somewhere in here. I'd love to have fucking different idle animations for them. I think that'd be awesome. Like if they're sitting down or something, you know, that'd be really cool. I would still love to do little things like that, but I don't know. It's... The monitors blocking the bullets kind of fucking sucks. I think We should do something there. We should fix that. Not just for this level, but like various levels. I was thinking of doing some sort of like penetration system that checks for like thin objects and shit like that. And I think these little monitors, honestly, because it really sucks shooting this when an enemy's right there and it doesn't go through it is kind of stupid. You know what I mean? Or if you shoot like the edge of a wall and it doesn't go through is kind of stupid as well. I think that's, in my opinion, that's a quality of life thing that I think could really improve the game. That door went through the vending machine. Excuse me? This looks crazy, dude. I like this. This looks nuts. Sick. Yes! Progress! Progress! We're making progress! I still think one thing we're gonna have to do is these need to be smaller. These are gonna have to be smaller. This happening while you're playing, not fun. Because it like fucks your aim up, especially in third person. Constantly being moved up and down. Not a good time. Hello 91, how's it going? Probably just remove the collision. Maybe, but I think our feet would be clipping through it, which would look weird. Let's get some IK in, guys. Why is it an alarm? Yeah. Cool. All right. Good stream. I got a bunch of guys. I got a lot of work I need to do. Yeah. I'm gonna try to, if I can, try to do earlier streams, if I can. So then that way, that way I can try to focus on like contract work for the rest of the day. I think that's going to be ultimately what I have to start doing, so then I can start managing my time better, because I got a lot on my plate. So I'll see you guys maybe Monday. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. It'll probably just be earlier, if anything. But yeah. I'll see you guys. What is this error? I think this was when we went into the Tokyo level, because it doesn't have a, yeah, it doesn't have a sub level. Yeah. How do I switch to normal view? How do I get up? There we go. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Monday. I don't know. Definitely Tuesday. So, yeah. But goodbye. Take it easy. See you later. Goodbye.